What's up, everybody? I am out here in Marina Del Rey today. It's about mid-January. First time out of the fishing this year for me. Been having some super nice weather this past week or so, so I'm gonna take advantage of that. Got the gear all set up. We're gonna be sending it out to the artificial reefs out there. It's about a 30-minute paddle. We've got some lead heads, we've got some squid, we've got some swim baits. We've got a nice outgoing tide today, so we're gonna take advantage of that. So we're gonna get the gear in the water and send it. Let's go. Put the wheels away, we're good to go. All right, let's get going. Man, it's barely 8 a.m. in a January winter morning. It already feels warmer than your normal summer day. I gotta take one of these off. It's nice weather. All right, it's 8:20. I think it'll take me about 30 minutes or so of paddling to get out to the spot. So 8:20, see what time it is when I get out there. Getting pretty close here. I'm almost at the spot. Once I pull up, I'm gonna kind of pedal around, try to find some meter marks. Then we'll drop some squid. Get a bag of squid. And of course, leadhead. Standard combination for wintertime bass fishing. So let's do it. Good to go. Double check our drags. Yeah, so it's about 65 feet deep here. Water's like 59 degrees. So drop down. I have about a 3/4 ounce lead head. Let it flutter all the way down to the bottom. And once you make contact, kind of just bounce it. You get little nibbles from like the little perch and stuff, but don't swing on that. Gotta wait for a nice solid strike from one of the bass. There we go. There we go. So they're here. They want to bite. Just get a couple more of these. Hopefully we get some bigger ones too. All right, so once again, drifted off the spot. See my marks here on the graph? You guys see the reef there? Just gonna throw it up there, let it sink. I think key is you got to really be on that rock. There we go. If you're not on that rock, you're not getting bit. There we go. Feels like a nicer one. Oh, there we go. Woo! That is a nice calico bass. Look at that. A nice fish here. So I think at the beginning there I wasn't really on that rock, but you got to drop right on it. That's where these guys are at. A nice chunky bass. I think I'm gonna grab this one for dinner. Okay, I'm back on it. See the marks? See a lot of fish down there. Just got to drop down, hit the bottom, work that leadhead squid real tight to the rocks there. A lot of little ones. There we go. Just got to keep working it. I think I got something. Whew, there we go. A different species. A nice sand bass here. Yeah, so key to getting bit is you got to drop right on that rock pile. If you're not right on it, you're not gonna get bit. Yeah, so out on these reefs, you got both these sand bass and calico bass. I don't eat sand bass, so that guy's gonna go, but I'm keeping the calico. Calico. They're on the chew right now. All right, let this guy go. And I still got my squid. Let's use this again. All right. All right, got another one. Got another little calico bass here. Bunch of little ones. Switched over to a slightly heavier lead head. Gets down quicker. Lets me make contact with the bottom. Make sure that I'm on touching the actual reef. Much better. So it's like that. That's all you need. 1 ounce or so lead head, 1.5. Pin on a squid. Find a reef. Drop it down. It's dead sticking it. There was one hanging onto it. More little ones. All right. I think I want to try another one of the rock piles. There's a few out here. So I'm gonna pick up my buoy, make a quick move here, try one of the other spots, see how the other ones are doing. Made a quick 5-minute move here. There's a few other reefs. This was showing some pretty good signs, like in the marks. So I'm gonna just kind of drive around a little bit, figure out where the reefs are, and then find a good spot here to drop my buoy. So when you're on the reef, you know you get a lot of little taps from the smaller fish. It's important not to set the hook on that. You gotta wait for a solid strike. If it's a bass, it's actually gonna grab it and run with it. So if you swing on those smaller bites, all you're doing is just ripping that bait off your hook. Found a spot. I think right here they're actually suspended. I felt like this one ate it on the fall. So not quite legal, but nicer than the earlier one. So I think I'm gonna try this spot here for a bit. See how much any more drops I can get with the squid I got left. They're biting. They are biting. It's mostly these smaller little guys. All right. Ooh, looks like a good spot. Drifted over something here. Drop right back down. Taking it. Nope. Drop back down. There we go. There we go. Nicer one here. Just got to pick through all the smaller ones and get to some of these. Don't think that's quite the 14 inches though. So it's gonna go right back. There we go. Another little guy. All right. I think I may have found the spot that wants to bite. A lot of little nibbles. Which means I'm close. I need to find the bass. There's a lot of little perch, mackerel, stuff like that. They'll just steal your bait. Let's see. Things might be starting to suspend here. We got some good current. These guys are hitting it on the drop, man. This is like more summertime fishing here. They hit it on the drop. Another little calico. As we found them, they're biting to see if we could get any bigger ones. Yep, they're suspended. Look at these little guys. All right. Last full piece of squid here. So I'm gonna try to make it count. There we go. Feels like a nicer one. Well, good at the beginning. Let's see what do we got. All right. There we go. It's a nicer one. Not bad. There we go. I'll measure this guy, and if he keeps, making some tacos tonight. They want to bite. They want to eat today. Another little guy. More little calicos. Using the leftover squid that I have, and they don't seem to care, so I'm still here. I'll stay until I run out of bait. Gonna wrap it up soon here, but before I do take off, and I think these fish are still sort of biting, been wanting to try one of these little like slow pitch jig type things. Pin on a little squid on it, drop it down, and see if the bass want it. So give it a shot. What do we got? They did like it. It almost rocked me there for a sec. Ooh, nice. Damn, this line is frayed. Lucky I didn't lose it. These bass are chewing today. Very good fishing. So they did like that little jig there. Look at that. The ahi jig. A nice little sand bass there. Get a picture of this one. Let this guy go. Retie real quick because I see some good marks down there. Lost. There we go. That spot is holding. Why can't I keep them? It popped off. That spot there is holding. There's a lot of fish here. Had one pop off, dropped back down, had a second one bite, popped off too. There we go. Let's see, that spot is stacked with fish that want to bite. All right, little calico. I was about to call it soon, but that type of action, I'll circle back around. All right, just about ready to call it here. I'm out of bait. I'm not sure if these, let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure if these bass really like the spoon without any squid on it, so haven't got any bites. I'm seeing some good marks. So anyways, gonna call it here pretty quickly. Start making my way in. But overall, very nice winter day of bass fishing. Couldn't have asked for much nicer weather than this. So let's wrap it up here. Let's send it back in.